Hi, my name is David. I'm the owner of POPSI'S Pizza in Southampton, and today we're in my kitchen doing a video to show you how to cook our bake-at-home pizzas that we just launched this week. If you're in the Southampton area, you can order these through our website. We give you everything you need to make 2, 3 or even 4 margherita pizzas at home. We'll deliver these free of charge to you on a Monday between 3 and 7. And it's just a great way to use up any ingredients you've got in the fridge and also have a bit of fun. It's week 5, isn't it? It's a bit boring. Is it week 6? I don't know. I'm losing track. But safe to say we've got a few more weeks with this awful virus. So we need to eat pizza. That's the solution. So I'm going to show you how to make it home. Obviously you need the box, and I'll show you what's in there in a second. With the modern technology that I have, I'm recording this on my iPhone, and then the bird's eye view of me making the pizza, showing you how to make the pizza, is with my trusty iPad hanging over from my kitchen cabinet. Very techy. So yeah, you need the box. Order the box in. You need a frying pan. Don't panic. This is a beautiful way of cooking a pizza, and I'll talk you through how we're going to make it in a frying pan. But you do need obviously a hob, and then you also need a grill, and that's how we're going to finish it off. So you need that, and then you need some flour. Any flour will work. It's just to absorb the excess and make sure that it doesn't stick to your counter. Wood counters are a pain. Guess what? I have wood counters, so we might need to use more flour than normal, but we'll go through that. So let me show you what's inside the box that you get. So this is your pizza box, and inside you get 2 dough balls. This is obviously the 2 package. You get 2 marinara sauces, 2 fior di latte mozzarellas, which is really gorgeous. These come from Sorrento, and it's a wetter mozzarella than probably what you've seen in the past, because it needs to last in a very, very hot oven, which is what we have at POPSI'S. And then also we've got some basil oil here, which is gorgeous. It's such a good topping. So the dough itself, you want to be getting this out the fridge at least 15 minutes, probably half an hour before you start making it. Our dough is all handmade in our restaurant. It's only 4 ingredients, no nasties, no chemicals. There is flour, fresh yeast, water and salt, and that is it. The rest is all the miracle of fermentation. So it's a really gorgeous tasting dough ball. You don't have to use it on the Monday. You can wait another day. The secret is it does get better with time. The only thing is you might lose some of the gas. You might end up with a bit of a flat pizza, but don't worry, it will still taste great. So that's what it looks like. Pretty easy. It's all pre-portioned. So what I'm going to do now is I'll show you how to make the dough ball into pizza. My chefs at work are probably laughing at this point, because they all know when they started with me, that's the hardest part, is opening up the dough ball. But I've come up with a really simple technique. It's pretty much foolproof, and I hope I'm not going to embarrass myself by making it go wrong right now. But yes, so I'll show you how to do that now. So we'll switch to this camera. We will go for this dough ball here because it looks quite fat. So what you want to do first is turn it upside down and unwrap it. So the base of it is where we've wrapped it from. It probably will stick to the cellophane a little bit, not too much, I hope, because we have pre-floured it a little bit. Yeah, that's come out all right. There you go. So what you want to do is douse that with flour. So it's nice and, oh wow, that's really fluffy. And then turn it over, and then it should come away. Look at that. Yes. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of flour over the top of it. So you want to make sure it's a pizza shape already, which roughly this is. It's quite round. Now, we've taken 48 hours to ferment this at least, and all the lovely yeast has produced alcohol and it's produced CO2, which is where you get all this gas from. So we want to try and protect it as much as possible. But remember, you're making a pizza at home. You're not selling this. Well, hopefully not. So don't panic if it all goes a little bit flat. It's absolutely fine. So what you want to do is, first and foremost, you want to press from the bottom and use kind of not just the tips of your fingers, but all the way down to the middle of your finger, and press all the way to the top. And you see that gas is moving, and don't worry if you get these big bubbles, which are happening. This is completely normal. And then once you get to the top, you want to push outwards. You see, we're making a nice little pizza there. Obviously, this is something we don't want, so just give it a slap. I know, it seems sad to do that, but trust me, it will burn otherwise. Keep pressing. You want to get all that gas, the crust, and you want a crust that looks about, I don't know, a finger or two thick. When you get to about that size, press down a little bit further because you want to get rid of the bubbles in the middle. And then turn it over, if it'll allow you to. Let's see, I've got a bit of stickiness going on there. Nice wood counter for you. POPSI'S, we use marble, and it just doesn't stick. It's beautiful. So yeah, turn it over. I'm going to get rid of this one as well. That looks a bit big to me. And again, we're going to flour. So this is going to be our base now. We don't want to go crazy because this will actually burn onto the frying pan. It's dry, so there's nothing really protecting it. So if you have excess flour at this point, you're going to end up with, yeah, pretty much a burnt pizza. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take our frying pan and I'm going to place it on the hob and start heating it. So put it on high heat. A little bit less than high heat. And back to this one here. So we're now comfortable. That's quite dry. It's not sticking to me. So we're going to put that back over. So we've now got the top of our pizza, which, to be honest, because it's relaxed, it's pretty much open. I mean, I could comfortably cook this right now, and I think that's pretty much the size of the frying pan anyway. But I will show you, just in case you get a younger dough, because that's possible. The way to stretch it is you hold your right hand here, press down quite firmly, and with your left hand, pull on it. And this will make an oblong sized dough. And then, if you turn it around this way, do the exact same thing, pulling on this side, and you'll get a nice stretch out of it. There you go, but this has pretty much opened itself up. There you go, that's it, that's your pizza opened. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna move this and put this straight into the frying pan. It should be nice and hot now. Just mind you don't burn yourself. There we go, stretch it out to the full size. There we go. You want to get your tomato sauce, which is pre-portioned. So each one of these will cover one margarita. You can pour it over the top if you want. Probably easier. But you will need something to push it around. I thought for a second about using plastic. Don't do that because it will melt. Just get the back of a tablespoon and push it all out. It's quite difficult to show you from this point, so I'm going to move the pan to here and show you how I'm just pressing it out. Don't get out your crust because then you'll get horrible red burnt crust when it starts going in the oven. There you go, that sort of coverage. Turn the heat up here. Remember that our oven burns a lot higher, so you want to kind of imitate that. So don't worry if it is on high heat. You need it to kind of get to that place of making the base crispy. Okay, so that's going ahead. I'm going to get the cheese out and the basil. So we're going to put the basil on before we put the cheese, because you don't want the basil on top of the cheese. What will end up happening when it goes into the grill is you'll end up burning, and it won't be a very nice, it won't be a very nice taste. Burnt basil's not nice, not only just smell wise, but actually it goes quite bitter on the pizza. Get yourself a spatula, because what we want to be doing at this point is we want to be checking to see whether the underside of it is burning or not. So yeah, keep an eye on that. It's already starting to rise. It's really clever actually. So I'm just lifting up the pizza now, just to see how the inside's doing. You can see it's not really caught any colour yet, so we're still safe. You want to get that colour going on it, so keep it on that heat until you start seeing the crispiness and more browning. So it's been on high heat now for about 2 minutes. You start seeing a little bit of bubbling. I'm going to show you on this camera. See a bit of bubbling happening up in the middle. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry about that. Once the cheese goes on, a lot of that will collapse. So yeah, we're starting to get some colour now. It's been on about 3 minutes. See that? Really good. You want a crispy base. Don't worry if it's a little bit black. It's absolutely fine. It'll add to the taste. Trust me. So once it gets to that stage, and you can see now the top isn't cooked, but definitely the base is nice and crispy. You want to be adding the rest of the ingredients. So we'll start off with the basil leaves. And put a couple of them on there. Nice bit of olive oil on top as well. And then you want to be adding your cheese. Break that all up. A bit of cheese has landed on this side. Now cooking up. So yeah, you want it to look like that. See? Lovely. You want to stick it on high heat on the grill and put your pan underneath there for about 2 minutes. So I'll show you what's currently happening in the oven. Look at the colour. Cheese is melting, it's starting to bubble. You want to do, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, once it's bubbling and the crust feels quite hard to touch, it's kind of ready. So it's up to you at this point how much you just want colour on it. And so I'm going to stick it in a little bit longer. Right, so I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. Nice bit of colour. Let me show you on the undercam. Look at that. Gorgeous pizza in a pan. Right, let's land this slicer. Ooh. I think I got a bit too excited about getting that out of the pan. Okay, so you want a pizza slicer. Let's open this one up. Oh, nice. Good crunch. Oh yeah. I'm not going to attempt to eat that right now because that is scalding. But that's it. Bake at home pizza. Put your toppings on with the cheese when you need to put it in the oven, and yeah, that's it.